Awesome.
Well, did you get a new tablet for Christmas? But now that you want to set it up, the tech-savvy gift giver isn't around. Tech expert Liz Wyman is here to help. Hi there.
Hi there.
All right, I have a feeling that like smart devices are kind of like our brains. They say we use only like 10% of our brain. Most of us are only using like 10% of our smart devices,
That's so
right?
true. That is so true.
All right, so something as simple as, let's say, turning on the iPad. That should be simple to do, but it's a little bit different.
It is different. We're used to an on and off switch many times, but here you many times have to hold down this on and off switch. And to turn it off, you would hold it down and wait till you get a message on the screen that says slide the power off. So it's
Kind
not
of like our phone. Yeah.
right.
Okay.
So what we would do is when you get a new iPad and you want to set it up, you can press the home button here and you are asked to pick a language.
Okay. So far I'm with you.
Right, so I pick English, and you select a country, United States, and you can do a quick start if you want, or you could set it up manually. So at this point, I need to choose a Wi-Fi in which I'm looking for the current one here. And what's important to realize is also, some people don't know where their Wi-Fi code is. It's usually on your black box router. It's usually a sticker.
All right, so it's connected. Data and privacy, which privacy is kind of one of those things that makes people stop oftentimes and go, okay, what exactly are we doing here?
Yes, this is telling you that Apple will use some of your data, and you can say no or yes in a later screen. This is where you put your fingerprint on the home button on your device, and it will identify you.
So other people can't turn it on.
Right, other people can't turn it on. Here's where you create a passcode, which is a very, very important word that a lot of people don't understand the difference.
Right, password, passcode.
That's
okay.
exactly right. So a password will have numbers and letters and be very complex. A passcode is 4 to 6 numbers, and it's very, very important that you keep remembering your passcode. Remember, we just saw Touch ID, and there's Face ID for phones. Many times you'll be in a situation where the phone resets itself. It's going to ask for a passcode. I have many clients who've told me, we forgot the passcode because we've been using Touch ID.
And you have passcodes for so many things, right? And then on the face recognition, Halle Berry got a hold of my phone once and it came on. So just throwing that out there.
Never forget that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so at this point I just put in an easily guessed passcode, but normally you should put a much more difficult one than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. The other thing that's oftentimes asked is location services or not. And that's another thing where we feel like, okay, do I really want people to know where I am? And who is it that knows where I am at the time? And if you have a child with it, do you want location services on there? What are they really tracking? What's the point of that?
This is such an excellent question because they will track your location, and you have many settings that you can implement. Number one, the most important apps, like one is called Find My iPad. You will want the location settings on for that all the time. You should go through all your settings and make sure it's not on always, except for Find My iPad.
Right. Okay, when you log in or create your ID, what will an Apple ID be used for?
Well, Apple ID, you have an Apple ID and a password. The Apple ID is usually a email address. So it's very, very important to know that. And it's going to be used for everything Apple. iCloud, iTunes, when you're buying something on the App Store. So you don't have many different IDs and passwords, just one. But if you forget the password, then you're really out of luck.
Yeah.
Because you will be asked anytime you want to download.
You have to go through resetting everything. I forgot my password. Okay. And then when you set up your iCloud, free versus the paid iCloud, what's the difference?
When you're setting up the free vs paid, you get 5 gigabytes free when you first join the Apple community. That is actually used up very, very quickly. Once you do videos and photos, now you can go to iCloud.com on your computer, plug in your Apple ID and password, and clean it out. Either save these, download to your computer, but that's a lot of housekeeping. And we know with many warehouses, we just get another one and another one. So Apple gives you the chance to actually buy more than 5 gigabytes, and that's why you may have paid $19 a year to have a giant amount of storage.
Okay, what are the first 3 apps to download? And I would imagine that depends on who the user is.
That's exactly right. And it's very, very important to know that Find My iPad may not be on your system. You may have to download it. There's another one called the Measure app where you can just point your device at something on the wall, and it will So that is another
It
one.
measures it. That's almost like if you need to buy a new sofa, for example,
That's
you're not
right.
sure it's going to fit, you go ahead and point it to the wall, and then you'll know what the measurements are.
Exactly.
That's, oh, I love
Now,
that one.
a lot of people really like Google Maps, even though we have a Maps program on the iPad. So you can download that. And also there's something called Waze, which Google owns, but people love these road trip icons and GPS icons and apps. So these are some of the ones that are very helpful. If you're a cook, you want Epicurious, you're going to want many different apps that are third party.
Anything you're interested in will be there. You just got to download it, but just know what your device does. Spend some time with your device so that you know what it does. All right, Liz has a book. It's called 100 Plus iPhone and iPad Tricks You Can Do Right Now. It's available from Amazon and Barnes & Noble, as well as at a discounted New Year's price on her website. For a link to her site plus other tech tips and tricks from Liz, go to greatdayhouston.com.